Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Heaven's Vault. Yeah, so I figured let's keep this one going, you know, because I ended up not having certain things pan out in terms of things I was going to originally look at. And this one I feel like I really need to keep this one going because I've spent a good chunk of sort of wasted time, if you will, on games that haven't unfortunately gone anywhere. But we're okay. But that'll be fine. That'll be all alright. It'll be good. Hopefully this things will start to sort of pan out now. Because we're currently in our little flying device thing. And we've uncovered a lot of little mysteries. And we've got some... got an interesting choice, actually. Because the quest, if you look down there in the bottom, which is why I paused the game, it says, we should sail back to Iox and tell Mayari what we have seen. Fine. But we actually have a choice. Because we could sail to her and tell her what's happened. Or we could keep exploring. And from what I understand, this game does actually change depending on the choices that you make. Because if we look at... No, that's the wrong button. If we look at the map and we zoom out, that's where we are right now. Up there. And we know that there's another site down here. Janiki Reber's trail has led us to a painted map and a stone shrine taken from somewhere in the Ghost Wake. Perhaps the site will have some answers. I'd have to explore this region for more artifacts to figure out the site's exact position. Or I can investigate other leads until I learn more. So yeah, the order in which you do things seems to actually determine how the plot flows. So I could return to Iox. Professor Mari wants to know what happened to Janiki. But I don't know how she'll take it. Of course, I should show her the crown. I could go there next. And there's also my friend, the mechanist Oroi, lives in the citadel on Elbereth. I know she'd want to take a look at this crown and see what it does. I could go there next. So yeah, we've got these like choices of where to go. I could return the figurine I found outside the hermitage where Rebna died, which rightful owner, but perhaps I should tell the professor back on Iox what happened to her friend first. So yeah, I've got all these places I could go and different locations. And it really is a case of I can go anywhere I want. And the game will adapt itself to my choice of location. And I think that's always good. It's always nice to see a game that is willing to change depending on your actions. I think that's good. It's good design, you know. The other thing that I really wanted to look at... Okay. I wanted to look... I don't know how exactly to do it. I'm assuming we can look at some of the inscriptions that I've already got. Because here's the thing. I've discovered about, I don't know, say a dozen or so words so far in this. And I wanted... It doesn't seem to have... Hang on. Solved inscriptions, solvable inscriptions, unsolved inscriptions. So there are solvable inscriptions? That's interesting. How are these solvable? Holy Water Goddess, which we appear to already have set in stone. Okay, interesting. This one is Holy Water. Huh. So it's actually just confirming them. Interesting. So now I don't have solvable ones because it's already now confirmed those in because I've already confirmed the words. See, that was what I wanted to look at. Because it was a case of, I've covered a certain amount of words, so I'm like, can I now maybe look at previous sentences and be all like, well, can I perhaps... These all unsolved inscriptions? Apparently. So yeah, if say we look at this one, we've got Emperor's Buried Robots. Well, we haven't worked out Buried or Robots yet. Except Buried could also be Banished. So it could be Buried Robots or it could be Banished Robots. Smash Direct on Thursday morning. Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't specifically going to mention it because it's before I start streaming. But yeah, apparently there's a Smash Direct on Thursday. 2 o'clock, I think, UK time. And they're announcing a new DLC fighter for Smash. Yay, I guess. I mean, I'm not like hugely into Smash, but I do think it's very interesting to guess who the new fighters are gonna be. A lot of people are still holding hope for Waluigi for reasons, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. A lot of people are also hoping for Master Chief for reasons, I guess. Or Doom Guy, although let's be honest, it's exactly the same. It'll be 9 a.m. there and like 5 hours ahead of me. Yeah, it's something like that. As I said, it's 2 p.m. UK time, but I know it's 9 a.m. in Pacific time, so not going to be Waluigi. No, it's never going to be Waluigi, ever. Not now, not ever. We citizens follow. So I just wanted to have a quick look. God bless us. God's protect us. Could be protect. Because a lot of these are like waters, heal us, hold, live. So probably heal, considering how close those two words are. Most people are suspecting it's Dante, as Capcom has said there's Devil May Cry news on the same day. So it's either that or something no one's going to expect. I mean, you know, Sakurai, as we know, he's a bit of a mad bastard. For all we know, we could end up getting 2 DLC fighters revealed, and he's just saying, oh, you know, we'll tell them it's just one, and then, surprise, here's a second one. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if they do that, because they did that with the, first they revealed the hero on one Nintendo Direct, and then at the end of the Direct, they revealed Banjo-Kazooie, and the internet exploded. Which is fair. So, yeah, it's, oh, damn it, I pressed the wrong button. Do we know that that word is live, huh? So I don't know about that. I don't feel like I have quite enough. You know what? This game has gone really quiet. Oh well. Oh well. Let's back out of that. Back. So we have to decide where we're gonna go next. I think I'm not 100% sure if I trust her, considering that conversation we had in the cave with well, 6 who'd been like taken over, I guess. I don't think they'll do that here, as it's the last fight for the pass. I don't think they'll get to Fighters Pass 2 yet. Well, we don't know if they're doing Fighters Pass 2, if they were just releasing the rest as like separate DLCs or whatever. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Fighters Pass 2, but yeah, so I guess. Are we on the last one? Is that the 5th one? I thought Terry was the 5th one. Hang on, what characters have we had? We had, I know one, there was Joker, Hero, Banjo-Kazooie, Terry. Yeah, I guess there is a 5th one, isn't there? Okay, well, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I mean, it still wouldn't surprise me if they did that. They might announce, hey, you remember we said when there were going to be more fighters, that we're going to do Fighters Pass 2. Now, they didn't officially call it Fighters Pass 2. They just said they were going to make more DLC fighters. That is small distinction, but it was there. Anyway, let's go. Let's take to the river. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Iox and speak to what's her name. I will ready the ropes, mistress. So we'll have a look. So yeah, I think... Yeah, look, those are my 4 locations right now. Like, I could go to any one of all 4 of those places. So before, I haven't really had a choice before, but now I have a choice of 4 different places. And, you know, the game developers actually said where you go will dictate, like, a lot of stuff. Like, it will dictate the flow of the story and all that thing. So, yeah, we've got to be careful with that. But I think we'll be okay. So, yeah, my thought is let's go to Iox. Now that we know pretty much that Rebna is probably dead, that we should probably tell her that. So, let's sail for Iox. I'm getting confused because Terry's the 5th DLC fighter because Piranha Plant wasn't included in the fight. Yeah, that's it. It's Piranha Plant. That was what was throwing me. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's do this. Oh good, there is noise. For a split second when the music didn't kick off immediately, I was like, hang on, did the music not kick off? But no, it has kicked off, that's fine. Hang on, wait, what was that? I do not know, mistress. Woo! Wee-hoo! We are barely sailing, but we are moving. Ooh, that's not good. That's rocks. The rivers are stronger here, mistress. Yes, I'm sure they are. Keep an eye on the map as we go. Woo! You're in a rapid! Yes, we are. Did I go right? So that was the way we wanted to go. It is! Don't worry, I'm using the map. Pretty good at this stuff, really. Not through it yet. Considering this is clearly supposed to be like in space, I assume anyway. So the last emperor killed the hermit who lived on the moon, we found. Well, maybe. Whoa, that's... what is that? The emperor buried them in the dirt. Oops. Which way are we going? Does it not matter? No, I guess it doesn't matter. Actually, that is something I meant to do in the last episode. I want to up the text speed just a gnat's hair. Because it's currently a bit too slow for me. We only know that the emperor outlived them. There we go. What's that? What's this? Shipwreck? Do you not know there was a murder? That's a fair point. Random shipwreck? It's a wreck. I would guess it dates from the earliest days of the Nebula, mistress.
The robot hoppered away, and I was alone. Then it came back.
That's good. I recovered a stained fragment of sail. It must have come from somewhere nearby. Looks like there's embroidery in the cloth. Ooh, more words. This one is a frayed piece from an even longer phrase. Is it now? That's nice. So sail something home. I believe you are correct with sail, mistress. Yes! And home must also be correct too. Yes! Sail, so citizen of on question mark question. Sail for home, sail together home. I mean, sail for home seems pretty good. Sail for home or towards home. I like how it has like alternate words. So sail towards home, sail if how home if home. Yeah, sail for home sounds about right. We're back into it. I really wish the camera would auto-correct. What are the rivers? 6. Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Excuse me. Their velocity keeps them coherent. Mistress, there is some kind of shipwreck some distance away on the right. Is there? Oh, was that back from like the previous thing? I don't see anything now. Oh, hang on. That. It's like they're going somewhere. Another shipwreck. The rivers. Yeah, come on, get to the shipwreck already, please. But they never do go anywhere. Yeah, apparently we're still talking about the rivers. Come on, I want to investigate the shipwreck. They just cycle around and around. The shipwreck here appears to date from ancient times, mistress.
The robot wasted no time.
Found a book covered in algebraic characters. Just floating out there? Along the spine, there appears to be a printed message, mistress. Or a chunk of one. This is the end of a longer line of text. Follow there. Goddess there, maybe? Oh, do you want that? That's not right. Must be another possibility. I don't like that. Aha! Follow. I think my translation follow is off. Darn. But I'm sure my translation for 4 is correct. Okay, so that's a start. So we've got 4 correct. Something for... Could be something... Could we live for... devotion? We said it was full of algebraic symbols, so it's something to do with maths. Yeah, pray for blessings sounds good, Jagoth. Or could be pray for wishes. I mean, could be pray for devotion, but that seems a little off. If you consider that bless and goddess we know are correct, of we're not 100% sure of yet. So it seems like significantly religious words. So we could, let's try pray. And pray for loyalty? Let's try pray for blessing, because it'll get corrected if it turns out to be wrong. Pray for blessing. If only we could read the whole volume. I'd rather not, truth be told. I think it comes from the same source as the fragment of sail. Got there, 6. Alright, so we gotta go. Oh, blimey, we gotta go around, haven't we? In a way, I almost sort of wish that this was automatic. Because I get the feeling we're going to be doing this an awful lot. I mean, I get that there's like the whole exploration thing, like you find... Does it keep track of where you find your little... Oh, it does. It does keep track of that. Well, that's fine.
They say on Iox that the rivers flow with the souls of the dead. Anything to scare you to the ground.
Made it. Oh good, it's raining again. It's still a bit stormy here in the UK, so if I suddenly disappear, it was probably a power cut or an internet outage. Just to warn you.
After the empty house in the cyclones, Iox felt positively busy.
Look at this place, 6. It's like a haven of light. It's foul. It looks modern, but it's ancient. It's like a haven of light. One clean place in the whole nebula. I didn't go off wandering. I didn't really get much of a chance last time I was here. Mary should be up in her office. Yeah, I know that. I was just wondering. Clearly you've never watched me play a video game before. I like to wander. You got anything to say? Alaya. Professor Mari is anticipating you. I know. Why do you think I'm here? Did she send you to fetch me? I'm on my way to see her. I should think so. Good faith to you, Elia. You don't have to be so blunt about it. Honestly, I'm back, aren't I? Better than I can say for Renba. Too soon? Question? Didn't it bother you that you don't know where you came from? She's talking to 6, I think. I understood you were an orphan, mistress. Does that not bother you? Of course it does. But orphan children aren't like robots. They're common. Are they? Everyone knows how children get made. But surely knowing that makes no difference to you, mistress. None at all. Alright. Let's go see what's her name. Look, I can see her up there, glaring down at me. Went outside the university grounds once exploring. This is a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers. They're all but dry now. What happened to this world? Something happened here, clearly. So why did the last emperor draw a map to the site from the mural? Wishing for some kind of peace as he lay dying? The emperors believe in the loot mistress. But to be reborn, you must be burned. Unlike all those before him, the last emperor faced true death. Perhaps the emperor drew the map to tell his soul where to go. Can souls read? Hello. I'm afraid I have bad news. Elia, you're back. But I don't know if I want to ask what you found. I'll tell you. If you're ready to hear it. Redbus settled on Maresi. He's dead, Professor. I'll just come out and say it. He's dead, Professor. His ship blew up as he tried to leave an off-river moon. Interesting. That's it? Interesting? You're certain? You can go and check if you want. We are quite certain, Professor. Did you go anywhere except Maresi, Alyssa? Elia? Alyssa? Reba went off exploring the rivers. He was using fuel to propel himself. That must be how he blew himself up. Rember appeared to be investigating an abandoned hermitage, and you followed him. What did you find there? There's nothing left of Rember. Rember left us a message. We found a dagger, Holy Emperor, period. There was nothing left of Rember. I don't want to be... I'm not sure I trust her. I don't want to be too honest. There was nothing left of Rember. He's gone. I'm not an idiot, Elia. I understand what being blown up means. What did you find on the moon? I thought you cared about Renba. I'm interested in the nebula. As are you, which is why I sent you. Now, apart from Renba's idiocy, what did you find down there? Anything? Nothing more? Show the crown. One other thing happened. Mistress? Go on. The hopper malfunctioned. I tell her the hopper malfunctioned. Let's see what she says to that. The hopper malfunctioned. And I was almost stuck in a cave. How frightful for you. I assume Six did not rest until you were rescued. The situation was not unduly dramatic, Professor. Well, I'm glad you're in one piece all the same. So, perhaps Renba found something, and it shared his fate. Oh, screw you, Six. Oh, fine, Six, I'll show her. You might want to sit down for this. This is what we found on that moon. Beautiful. Do you know what it is? I'm not certain, but I think it's the crown of the last Emperor of Iox. He took it with him when he went into hiding, when Iox fell. It's only a crown. This is indeed the crown of the Emperors of Iox. Lost when Iox fell. Yeah, we just went over that. I can imagine you lifting this from the ashes of the Emperor himself. And yet, Renba found him, a roboticist. I wonder how he did it. So, is that it? You're gonna keep it? So, is that it? What's the matter? It's an excellent find. You've done Iox proud. Don't want to do Iox proud. What about Renba? Ooh, BX, XA, XA. I don't want to do Iox proud. I want the truth. I'm from Elbereth. Elia, this is your moment. Off you go. Enjoy it. I shouldn't have given it to her. I shouldn't have given her the crown. Professor, have you ever heard anything about an ancient observatory? That's actually a good question. Maybe I can get a little information out of her. That's a curious question. I met this robot. I found some kind of telescope fitting. That's true, I did. Found some kind of telescope fitting on the moon where Renba. Well, I wonder what it might mean. I've never heard of an observatory. But maybe Renba found something. Please, Elia. Leave me to think, my dear. I wish I hadn't given her the crown now. Oh well, too late. It's done. It's happened. One last thing, Elia. Tell me honestly. How are you finding a new companion? Are you working well together? I'll lose this one too. It's only a robot. Why'd you ask? Actually, I'd rather like 6. I think he's alright. Robots are valuable things, Elia. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear. Crystal. I'm glad to hear it. I didn't tell her everything, at least. I'm really not sure about giving her that crown.
I didn't exactly lie to Mayari about what I'd found. But I didn't tell her the whole truth either.
What are the chronicles of Mazwai that Huang's always reading about? I believe Mazwai was a pilgrim sailor. She writes about the various places of the nebula, and about how the Great Loop has acted in these places. Time to depart, mistress? Not quite finished yet. Maybe I can find someone else to talk to. 6, what do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, mistress. The Loop priests claim that life is a great cycle. They believe that all that happens has happened before. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There is no meaningful data. Does that make sense? I guess there's no one else to talk to, huh? I'm trying to remember what that guy who was here before looked like, and I can't. You know, the one I spoke to, and... Oh, more questions. So, are robots capable of hope? Certainly. We calculate odds, of course. But even the most unlikely outcomes must always eventually occur. Hope is a mathematical certainty. A mathematical certainty? I like that. But mathematics does not care whether you like it or not, mistress. Suit yourself. Ooh, an inscription? Ah, ooh, yay, there was an inscription here the whole time. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. So what we got? We got Emperor, maybe? Emperor blesses something? Those can't be the glyphs for blesses after all. Ah. Well, okay. Presents, speaks, protects. People, starlight, thieves linger. Emperor. Protects, defends, speaks, presents. Could be presents. Starlight? Go with that. An Empire period work. Or older, with the motto etched in later. Was the sundial made here? I believe so, mistress. Curiously enough, look at this thing, 6. Monstrosity, denotes the other thing on Iox. Or so they say. It is said to be a sundial, mistress. It's ancient. Older than all the buildings here. You know, I am not convinced on that. Empress presents starlight. Because at first I thought it was like a telescope mount, but it's not. I prefer, let's go with people there. And that there. That feels a bit better. Can you tell the time by the sundial, miss? Huang claims he can, but... But what? Huang would say anything to impress me. Let's just say Hanover is entirely honest. Huang would say anything to impress me. Don't tell him I said that. Oh, hey Zero. FF7 Remake was delayed till April. Wasn't it originally just coming out in March? So that's not a big delay then. Let's get off this rock. So what, it was delayed by a month exactly, or by a couple of weeks, or what? I mean, that could just be a shipping problem more than anything else. Maybe there were more pre-orders than they thought. Then again, the last game I can remember that was delayed by just a few weeks was No Man's Sky, and look how that ended up. Well, we're back. Yay. Alright, time to move the hell on, I think. A few weeks, but they said it was to add polish. You know, that was exactly what they said about No Man's Sky, too. Alright, so we got 3 areas to go. What the hell is that? An explored ruin. Did I go past that and not even realize it? I must have done. Well, maybe once we're up there again next, we can have a quick look. Okay, so we got Mersey. Or Mersey. Return the figurine. So yeah, that's return the figurine I found. We've got friend the Mechanist lives on the Citadel on Elbereth. Can ask her about the tripod in the River Redman's ruined building. Yeah, because I can't talk to her about the crown because I handed it over even though I didn't want to. She was my boss. I couldn't be rude to her. And that's probably where like the next big plot thing is. I'm gonna go to Mersey, just based on the fact that I think that's the right thing to do, to return the little statue. Maybe that'll get me like bonus moral points or something. I did actually hear when I was reading up about this, you might not actually be able to return to a place once you leave it.
Once more for Mersey. I found myself looking forward to it. It was a good place. Despite the people. It was everything Elbereth could have been.
What question we got? What if the rivers aren't natural at all? Suppose that's entirely possible. If they weren't created by storms or magnetic fields or anything like that. What else could they be? I don't know. Maybe they really are the souls of the dead. Something whole. We're living inside a giant creature and these are its blood vessels. Something with a design. There are no designers. Imagine a ship, dragging flows behind it, the way it drags out afar. Hey look, there's Mersey. Basically the plot of Xenoblade, something like that. Tapestry of cloud and smoke. The well springs drive the flow, mistress. I hope they want this statue back. Yeah, so do I actually, considering all the effort I'm going towards to putting it back. If not, well, I guess it'll sit nicely on the mantelpiece.
The soft, wet wind of Mersey hadn't seemed gentle before. I could see it now. Maybe Remba really had liked this place.
Can I get control of the character now, please? It's one of the things I actually find a little too frustrating about this. They're a little too eager or a little too willing to just take all forms of control away from you. And it's actually really annoying. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to explore down here before, so I'm kind of curious if I can. Can I even? There's something here. A golden pen marked with the motif of a spiral. Ooh, I missed this last time. It looks like something from the Ioxian Empire? Question mark? The nib has been carved with small symbols too. Everything I find has a carving on it. The precision required for this. Ooh, that's a new one. There's a few words in this one. Ooh, I haven't seen that swirly thing before. Circles within circles within circles. Interesting. I'm assuming you go there. That little tick mark is definitely off. Yes. That's a lot of glyphs, but I think it must say yes. 2 more words. Brilliant. So, something of rivers. Luxury, truth, story, or some. Well, it's a pen. So, story seems the most likely. Story of rivers. I guess that makes sense, because luxury of rivers, truth of rivers, some of rivers, no, not so, piece of rivers. Well, I suppose piece of rivers would technically make sense. Truth of rivers. Story of rivers seems better, it's a pen. Story of rivers work? I think it comes from the same side as the book. One I found on the hideout moon. This will make its location easier to locate. Ooh, that's actually really lucky. What's this? It's definitely her, isn't it? Oh yeah, the giant statue over there. Definitely. The quality of carving is poor, but there are unmistakable... Yeah, I noticed that the first time. Oh, well, you know what? I'm actually glad I nipped down here, because I didn't last time, because I wasn't thinking it was important, but good job I did. So you've really got to, like, properly explore these places to see what you can find. Ooh. Do people from Aerzi sail then? Did they live on that hideout moon? Or did Renver take the statue with him and leave it there? It is unlikely they sail, mistress. Moons in the Protectorate are mostly without boats of their own.
I had the clay figurine with me, in my bag, wrapped up safely in a cloth.
Let's see what we can get for this thing. No doubt they have hundreds of statuettes. I wonder if they can tell me what it was doing out there. That seems the more thing to say. I don't want to sell it. That just seems mean. I guess now we gotta find someone to sell it to. Okay. God, this game loves to just automatically take you places. Don't like it.
Everything on Mayerzi was as we'd left it. The flowers still bloomed. The water still bubbled.
Greetings once more, stranger. Tell us quickly, did you find your man? I found the remains of his ship. Which is true, I did. The fire in the sky. I am sorry for your loss. Did know him, thank you. Do you know what he was doing out there? It's a fair question to ask. No. He visited us for a time and then he left. Did not say his proper farewells. What do you mean by that? And hear about something else. What do you mean by that? While he was here, he encouraged one of our women, Anulia. To marry a Nioxian would have been fortunate for her. And unlikely. How long is he here? Not long enough, in my view, I grant you. Do you know why he left? He was intending to come back, I think. He was intending to come back. You are kind. I will tell her that. It will help. I'm here about something else. Go away from the camera! I brought you something. Kibenya. Where did you find this? Out there, you wouldn't believe me, I think. On a distant moon by a ruined house. No point in lying to him, he doesn't trust me enough as it is. In the middle of a hurricane. This is a hermit's effigy. Given to a hermit when they go out alone to remind them of the place that gave them birth. See here. She opens. Oh. Well, everybody's gone. Do you see inside? What's happened? I think the camera's borked. Whoa, that's a long sentence. This one is a phrase. Run together. Oh joy. Well, I'm assuming we can put that there. And wait, that there too? That one could be that. That, and then that. A translation heal isn't right now. Really? It felt good. Waters something. So what we got? Waters heal us. Waters something us and something us. Waters join us and waters illuminate us? Could be. Waters join, connect, divide or separate, offer, give. Illuminate, build, join. It could be waters divide us and waters join us. It could be like a thing of saying no matter how far apart we are, we're connected through the waters or something like that. Because it's clearly like a statuette that has like meaning behind it. I'm gonna go that actually. That feels really good. Waters divide us and waters join us. Or just borders. I don't think there was a borders there. Borders that separate cities and countries, but also channels to travel. Yeah, something like that. I mean, water is clearly very important. Like, water is a big religious thing to the ancient peoples, which makes sense. You know, waters of life and all that stuff. Even in, like, you know, ancient history in our cultures, you have big symbolism in water and the waters of life and stuff like that. So, you know, water being this great unifying thing that can both separate people but also join them together would make a decent amount of sense, I think. So let's try that and we'll see if it's right later on. Waters divide us and join us. Impressive. Can you read it? A child could. This word, to separate. Yes! And this, to connect. Yes, 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 I got it! Now, that is what I fucking love about this game. As much as this game kind of annoys me in some of its niggles, that feeling of getting something right and working it out is absolutely fucking on point. I love it. How do you know? Can I get the camera back in the right place, please? It's borked up. Not all that is lost is all lost. Thank you. We remember pieces. We will put Kibenya back in the well shrine. She prefers the damp. She's been on a long journey, I think. It was worth coming here. Just for those couple of words. Wait, something fell out. It's here in the grass. Some kind of foil. Some kind of foil? If I may, mistress. That is a rebesque. Rebesque foil? What's a rebesque foil? You have never seen the internals of a robot, then? Oh, comes from a robot? I have, but it wasn't labeled. So the foil is part of the robot. What does the foil do? A rebesque foil carries detail. Like one of your fingerprints. The foil is yours if you want it, Ioxine. I hope you find it of value. Good faith to you, good lady. Well then, that was interesting. I'm glad about that. So, did Rembar hide the rebesque foil inside the Merzian statue? He left it on that rocky moon to be found. And sent the brooch to Mayari to lead her on a trail to find it. And maybe it's connected to the last Emperor's body. But maybe it isn't. If that was Redbar's plan, mistress, why not simply send the foil? That's a really good question. We need to find out what's on this foil. Elbereth, then. A touching scene, mistress. Should we leave now? Yeah, I think we're done here. This way, mistress. And so, we left the surface of Maerzi, the farming moon. I am really happy I got that thing right. I cannot believe that. That's just... I just had the feeling that's what it meant, you know? I'm actually doing better at this than I thought I was. Language was never easy for me growing up. Like, I struggled learning English. Let alone learning, like, the second language, French as it was when I was a kid. Don't know if they still teach French or what these days, but language has never come easily to me. Amazing, as I fancy myself a writer sometimes, but... The foil mistress. I do not immediately recognize where it was produced. Can you track it down? Can you track it down? I will triangulate the origin of the foil as best I can, mistress. Yay. Alright. Well, that went actually very well. I'm actually glad I did that. Alright, let's start sailing. It was probably French. No, it was French when I was a kid. I just don't know what it is they do now. I heard rumors they're trying to teach the kids Spanish at one point, and then they changed back to French or something. I don't know. The school system in this country is a complete fucking disaster as it is. Oh, we're getting a message. It is from Professor Mayari. Is it now? Put her through. I was not awaiting permission, mistress. Alaya, where are you? I thought you had 6 tracking me. Just following a lead. Huh. Next you'll be asking for a pay rise. This isn't a social call. I wanted to let you know we're having a celebration for Renba here at the university. You don't have to attend, but I thought I'd let you know. Celebration? He's dead. That's a good question. Yes, I know he's dead. What kind of celebration did you think we were having exactly? I don't know. Now, are you coming? Come home, Alia, right away. That's all she said, mistress. Party sounds fun. Party, although I can't imagine what a bunch of archaeologists and scholars consider a party. I will ready the tackle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not go there that hasty. That's 4 o'clock. Okay, well, can I pause the game here or should I just leave it? Here's a market moon. I've never been. I don't know why you're telling me that, but okay. So that's the site for the mirror. We're also going to go to El Bereth. And we could go back to Iox for the funeral. Which seems like a decent place to go. Anyway, it's 4 o'clock, and that means it's time for a quick ad break. So once we get into this, and I can pause it. Thank you. There we go. All right, so we'll get into that when I come back. Yeah, this is going good. I don't feel like I'm really understanding the language anymore, but I feel like I'm getting better at understanding the flow of sentences a bit better and understanding like meanings and stuff. So I feel like I'm getting somewhere with it. Anyway, yeah, we're going to take a quick ad break. So I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Okay, and I am back. Let's get going. How old? Actually, where are we going? No, it doesn't really matter. Let's go this way. How old is the Nightingale, mistress? I'm not sure. Almost 1,500 years old, maybe? No, that way, please. There are uncharted rivers to the right? Why on earth would I want... Oh. That could be fun. Let's go the uncharted route. Because why the hell not? I'm probably almost certainly going to regret this. Besides, there might be something fun out here. Alright, so we got a left and a right. You would not think to give your ship to the curators on Isles? No, then I'd be stuck there. Oh, hello. He's an archaeological find after all. Hello. Ooh, that's an actual building. Just a random building on a rock? A ruin. It's a ruin from the latest... at latest the earliest days of the Empire, Mistress. This should only take a few moments. I recovered a yellowing map of the net. Ooh, a map. I wonder how long it's been there. It has been marked. This is the end of a longer line of text. We could put that there. Maybe that. I believe I remember the word you, Mistress. Yes. Nice, 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 nice. You do not, will, cannot. You something, sail something. Cannot sail beyond the river. That means, well, could mean forever. Heels here. You will not, will, cannot. It could be you cannot or will not. I feel like that's will not or cannot. You cannot sail beyond. That's a start. You cannot sail beyond. That's possible. Sounds ominous. Alright. Out of curiosity, did you find the map actually put any more things on the list, or probably not? Probably not. Still, it's a start. Vioxx does not believe in history. What is it they think you do? Ooh. Gotta go fast. Vioxx believes in the loop. They believe what has happened will happen again. They think I'm out discovering the future. That... oh, actually that makes a weird kind of sense. Should go right. I think that was a while back. Don't worry, I got it. I'm just following the arrows. That's what they're there for. Oh good, I can give it to 6 now and he'll do it for me. That's a start. Even though we're already there. It's party time! University of Vioxx. Renba's funeral is about to start. What do you think, 6? I believe they are just beginning, Mistress. We're not too late then, they'll wait for us. We're not too late then? I believe our timing to be perfect, Mistress. There he is! Alaya, quickly! I came straight here. Oh, it's him as well. What's he doing here? Mari was waiting for you to arrive. We weren't sure you were really coming. Why is she waiting for me? Honestly, she worries about your soul, Alaya. Nothing wrong with my soul. I've got it safe in a box somewhere. Good gag, I like that. Shall we go down? Lead the way. I will wait here, mistress. You coming with me? Yeah, let's bring the robot. Why not? You're coming with me. I don't care if robots aren't welcome. Mari is my primary user, mistress. I fear she was clear on the issue. Alright, fine, I don't want him to disregard his programming. Alright, 6. This way, Alaya. Janiki was a great believer in the Great Loop. The Loop Temple is a cult. Everyone here believes in the Loop. Do you believe in it? Of course. The Loop makes sense. Just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's right. Look how many times I've got the translation wrong. Try to keep your head bowed. Here she comes. Friends, colleagues, brothers and sisters, thank you for coming. Today we gather to recommend our brother Janiki Remba to the Waters. Recommend? What sort of suggestion? Who's the lady? I don't recognize her. I think that's Remba's mother. I wondered if you knew her. She's from Elbereth. Good of Mayari to invite her. Yeah. Good of Mayari to invite her. Well, of course she invited her. Wouldn't you expect your mother at your funeral? Don't know her. Janiki Remba was our friend, our brother, our teacher, for some a confidant, for others an inspiration. He has left us too soon, but we trust he will be returned. Remba often traveled to Elbereth to see his family. He was like you in that way. I don't have family. I never even knew my mother. Never? Put you down when I was young. Okay. There are a lot of orphans on Elbereth. Perhaps when I grow up I'll understand why. My mother was a carpenter. She made a lot of the chairs in this place. She's pretty proud of me. Janiki's departure is a deep loss to the university. His work here has changed our little community more than most of you may know. But it is his absence, however brief, that will truly be felt. she really believes this. Of course. What do you believe?
Mayari paused a moment and then emptied something out of the hourglass.
So, Rebna begins another journey around the loop. As we remember him, so he sails the rivers above. Can I, highlight that at all? Oop. Damn it, I missed it. Just stand quietly. Hold the space.
The people began to sing. The words were weird and old. The sound drifted up and away into the nebula. Maybe Remba could hear us. Maybe not. Didn't matter. It was beautiful anyway.
What if I get to talk to the mother? Maybe she'll have something to tell me. Those that are gone will return. Oh god, I just had a horrifying mental image. Those that will return will depart.
The chanting died away. There were echoes. Then they were gone too.
Friends, thank you for coming. Juniki will be grateful for your support.
The people began to murmur, then to talk.
Can I talk to her then? Offer my condolences. Good faith. Good faith. Good faith to you. Carol, your Juniki's mother, and from Elbereth too. It must be terrible. They think he's coming back. I can't understand it. They believe everything's a loop. They believe things different here on Iox. They mean well, I think. They believe everything is a loop. Nothing to them is ever lost. Not people, not events. My son was one of them. In the end, he was happy here. Did you know my boy? I didn't know him. I went looking for him when he disappeared. I should tell her that. I went looking for him when he disappeared. Disappeared? Oops, did I just let the cat out of the bag? What do you mean? Oops, did I say something I wasn't supposed to have, perhaps? They told me his heart gave out. Alaya, I see you've met Anit. Mistress Alessa here is one of our most gifted thinkers. Please, I'd like to just spend some time with my boy. I barely saw him when he was alive. He didn't visit. Of course, perhaps we'll talk. He didn't visit Elbereth? Not for years. His work was so important to him. Huh. Please. You said Rember went to Elbereth frequently. But his mother said she hasn't seen him here for years. Maybe he was going somewhere else. He always said he was going to Elbereth. Ooh. Dun dun dun. That was a lovely eulogy. It was barely sufficient. But thank you. And thank you for coming. I know you were skeptical of the Great Loop. You believed, so here I am. Surprised you weren't. You believed, so here I am. You would appreciate that. Alaya? Beautiful service, don't you think? Very moving, my first funeral. Very moving. Good faith to you. Put something out of an hourglass, she said. Not sure what that was. Alaya. My dear, come see me in my office. If you want to. Oh. All back to normal then, huh? What do robots know, Six? When they're activated, I mean. Most things, mistress. They are unlike human children. They talk and move fluidly. Makes sense, I suppose. Is that it? Everybody's just gone and left and it's all back to normal, huh? Can you go in here? Oh, you can. Cool. The library.
The library is a quiet spot to think. Except when Huang's in there, which of course, he always is.
Alaya. I was just... I don't know what to do with myself. Just remember, it's a shock for everyone. It's a shock for everyone. It is. No one lives forever, of course. Professors have died before. What about you? What are you doing? Staying long. Some artifacts to show you. Remember told me what he was looking for. I feel like I can confide in him. Remember told me what he was looking for. An observatory. An observatory? That's interesting. Let me tell you something I heard about Reniki. Is there an observatory there? Reniki? Where is it? Is there an observatory there? Not quite. I was on Reniki recently. I know, me, on a boat. You should have seen me. I turned green. That for you were never coming on the Nightingale. What did you do that for? I've got my secrets alive. You're right to let me take a few things in trade. Anyway, on the boat, there was a trader called Amadou. He was talking, pretty expansively if you understand me, about something he'd found. He called it... well... You asked me about an observatory? Mistress, you mentioned something similar to Professor Mayari. That's what Amadou said he'd found. You for particular? What were you doing? I'm looking for a particular observatory. Not just any observatory. Oh. Well... This one sounded like it was old. I thought of you. Interesting tip. Anything else to say? Books on all topics. How old are these books of yours? Some are really old. But not, you know, not ancient. They date back to the first emperors or so. Roma text. Whoops. I uncovered something you might like to see. Let's see now. There's an inscription. I read it as citizen and stranger. That's what I got. Let's look at this some more. Is he actually going to help me or what? Citizen and stranger is still my best idea. Thanks, Ryan. Why aren't there any books older than the First Empress? I don't know. I guess there just aren't. I know you found older. Have you found any artifacts you want me to look at? Quite a few. Let's just go back to box, something else. Then look at the something else. Decorated map. Showing the map. Have you ever seen anything like this map? Let me see that. There's an inscription. I read it as "You cannot sail beyond." I'm not convinced by the word "beyond" here. Really? I agree. Alright, so it's not the word "beyond." Okay. So it doesn't confirm words, but it gives you hints as to what the word might be. So you something sail up. Maybe it's free. Can't sail free then? Next one. Interesting. I've seen something similar, I think. And it also had script. Now where is it? I've really got to tidy up sometime. This was written on a river chart. It was found floating in the 14 flows. I don't know if it's related, of course. Let's have a look. This is the start of a fragment of text. I'm convinced my translation for all is correct now. Good. Something God, something all. Oh, so it could be sky. Sky or wind? Probably wind, because if we assume their gods are based on the elements, you got the water goddess and the wind god, because of the flows in the, you know, the ancient for wind ought to contain a symbol for movement or flow. None of these appear right. Oh, really? Maybe it's sky then. So it's not that. So it's sky god sees all, knows all, sees all? Does sky god sees all make sense? Have any more like that? Let me see. Because the more translations I find... No, nothing comes to mind. Because the more stuff I find, the better. Do you want me to archive the map? Oh, that's actually a good question. Do I want to take the map? No, I'm not finished with it yet. Just in case. Oh. Well, of course. Show another artifact. Show him text. Show him another artifact. Let's show him that book. I made a few finds recently. So he doesn't necessarily confirm or deny your guesses, but he gives you hints in the right direction if a word might be wrong. Brooch, robe, pen, etched figurine. Box. Where's that book? Have a look at the telescope. May I take a look? There's an inscription. I read it as light and speed? Yes, I think you're correct about speed. Oh, brilliant. Are we getting confirmed? We're getting confirmed. All right. Thanks. Now, I've seen something else like that. If I remember right, that was also inscribed... Let me see now. Nope, it's coming downstairs. I wonder why we switched the camera angle to this. Yeah, this is it. I picked up so much stuff, I could just spend the whole rest of the episode talking to him, but I probably won't. It's a picture of a beautifully crafted silver compass. It's found while exploring under the canteen here on Iox, back in my predecessor's time. Woo. Big. This one is several words. I think that's Sky God. Now let's pull that one out. Put you there. I can add my translation for sky to my dictionary. Yes. Thank you for that. So we've got Sky God. So it wasn't Wind God, it was Sky God. So kind of the same thing. So something on a silver compass. Something Sky God. May Sky God lift you. May Sky God no greet. See, it could be greet. I don't think it's no, and I don't think it's love. It could be May Sky God welcome you. Well, we'll go with lift for now. That seems... It's not perfect, but... I could still change my mind, but... May Sky God lift you? Do you have any more like that? Let me see... No, nothing comes to mind. Shame. I'll take the telescope to the archives then. No, I'm not finished with it yet. I need to know where that goes. I've got to give that to people over the thing. Oh, well, of course. I can't help but notice you seem to keep back a lot of things. Things that really belong here in the university. where they will be safe. Don't keep anything for long. They're important for my research. They're not artifacts. They're objects. They have purposes, places, histories. I need them to understand the nebula. Right. Of course. Sorry to, you know. Anyway. I should probably just leave him to it for now. See you soon, Huang. See you soon. Well, I got a few words confirmed there. Time to go, mistress? Not yet. I want to go speak to what's her name again. Because she implied that that was important. They know history. Oh yeah, this is continuing the conversation about robots from about 20 minutes ago. Alaya, I wanted to thank you for coming to the service. His mother appreciated to have another Elberethian here. That's why I was remembering the least I could do. Mother seemed to think he died. I could poke that one, but it was the least I could do. I know you didn't really know him. Alaya, do you have any friends? Huang's kind of a friend. I'm sure Harang would be friends with a desk lamp if it had a nice smile. Still, the boy is honest at least. Something got your attention, Alaya? What are all these papers? They're mine. Suit yourself. So, what do you make of the crown? What do you make of the crown? Disappointing. I'll be back if you don't like it. What were you expecting? I was hoping you'd find something worth the price Renba paid. Something of the Empire's great relics are more than they first appear. But not this one? The crown had some kind of mechanism. Devices such as that crown, recordings of important people. The emperors believed in the loop, of course, but they still feared death. Everyone fears death, even emperors have to die. Even emperors have to die. Thankfully. The loop sustains us all, Alaya. The death the emperors feared was the death of future. They feared the fall. The emperors knew it was coming, and they guarded what they could against it. Stored whatever knowledge they could. That was what I wanted Renba to find out there. I should have told you. I knew what Renba was doing. Only... you're not the easiest person to talk to. About my beliefs. They were Renba's beliefs too, you know. I accept your beliefs. I'm might not agree, but I accept that you believe them. You understand the loop, Alea, even if you deny it. You understand that everything which happens will happen again. And everything which happens has happened before. I can't understand how you can be so sure. I thought the loop was about reincarnation. I thought the loop was about reincarnation. It is. We have lived many times. However often you live, Alea, you cannot escape who you are. What does this have to do with Renba? The fall, Alea. Iox fell, Alea. The Empire collapsed. Our protectress is the Empire of old, and the fall will come again. And if we are not ready for it, we will not survive it. What are you hoping to find? Everything on Iox was destroyed. So we thought. That's what Renber was doing for me out there. Trying to learn how the fall will occur. But Renber found something inside one of his robots. Found what? I don't know. The robot told him something. It set him to digging up something on a moon near Elbereth. He hired laborers from the Elbereth markets to do the work. And then I heard nothing until he sent me that brooch. But the robot knew about the fall, Alea. The robots know everything. The robots might know, but they can't remember. Six barely remembered being woken. Re-woken. The robots have no memory of what came before. Before they were buried here, they were wiped clean. But I don't think a robot can truly forget. No more than a soul in the loop can be lost. The loop sustains all, Alea. All. What do you want me to do? The fall is coming, Alea. Faster than we think. Find what Renber found. We have to know what will happen. Renber discovered the last Emperor's body. Renber discovered the last Emperor's body. He died without returning to the rivers. Did you see the body? No. But perhaps I can help you. No. Why didn't you tell me what Renber was doing? Why did you keep it secret? Alea, I've always treated you as warmly as I'm allowed. You know that. Allowed by whom? As Six would say, we all have our primary users. Is university flourishing? I think so, Alea. Perhaps one day you'll spend a bit more time here and see for yourself. Ooh, what's all this? You have more books than Huang. And those books are not his. Nor are these ones mine. fair. Is there a copy of Mazwai here? Of course. You know Mazwai was a sailor. And a scholar. You mean like me? Perhaps. Perhaps you'll write a book before the fall comes again, Alaya. It's an interesting idea. I remember, oh, it was a couple of years back now. Oh, be seeing you, Alaya. Yep, bye-bye. I remember a couple of years back now, I played a game called Owlboy. It was a fun game, if a bit frustrating at times. Oh, if I might inquire, mistress, what did you see on the professor's desk? I saw Remba's name on an artifact release. She'd been giving Remba artifacts from the curator's collection. My artifacts. Most curious. Perhaps your work has inspired Master Remba's recent adventures? But why would he be walking off with the artifacts? What could he have seen in them that I didn't? Ah. Now I understand your irritation. Are you ready to go? Yeah, I think we're good to go now. Do it. But yeah, as I was saying, I played a game a little while back called Owlboy. It's a pretty fun little Metroidvania-y kind of game. Worth a look into. Graphically, it looks fantastic. It's one of those games that's referred to as high-bit. You know, it's pixel graphics, but it's like super detailed and it looks gorgeous. As I said, the game's occasional moments of frustration, but all in all, it's a really fun game. And that game had this concept in it of the loop. And they actually called it that. They called it the loop. The idea was that in the past, a group of owls, because it's all owl creatures are like the main race in that world, like broke the world trying to build a device to stop the loop from happening. So I wonder if maybe this game is inadvertently going to have the same sort of story. That would be very funny. Maybe this is all a prequel to Owlboy. Alright. Location available. You can now visit Raniki. Walking back and forth quite a bit. Alright, so yes, we can go to Raniki. So there's still so many places where we can go. I don't know where I'd want to go next. So he talked about, yeah, Hank told me about a trader called Amadou who knows about an ancient observatory. Could it really be the one that Remba wanted to find? Okay, so ancient observatory up near Raniki, possibly. We've got Elbereth, where I can go to see Oroi, or however you pronounce that, and might be able to tell you something about the square piece of foil. And I've also got the site down here from the mural. I think I want to go visit the mural site next. I feel like that's where I want to go. I will prepare the chocks. Yeah, I don't want to go there yet. So those are the 3 destinations that we've got. Let's go and try this place, shall we? Sneaky Rambus trail led us to a painted map and a stone shrine taken from somewhere in the Ghost's Wake. Perhaps that site will have some answers. I could find the site now. ... Let's do it. I really like this game. It's got a lot of niggles in it that I don't like. I don't like the fact that they take control away from you too much. I don't like the fact that I'm still not sold on the art style. Like, you know, the weird 2D character things. Like, I don't mind the characters being 2D, but I don't like the janky ass movement that they've got. I don't think I'll ever be comfortable with that. That's just a personal preference thing. But I love the language thing, and I do really like the choice and dialogue option stuff. That feels really good, and I like the fact it's giving me choices on where to go. Right, our path turns left up ahead, mistress, and so should we. Really? No, stop telling me to go to Reniki. I don't want to go there. And I've already said previously that this thing needs proper camera controls. Why is Ghost's Wake called that, mistress? They say Ghost's Wake is haunted. You know how, according to the loop, souls of the dead sail the rivers until they are reborn? Well, the story goes that most of them are asleep. Dreaming of childhood, or lovers, or big meals? I don't know. But sometimes they have nightmares, and they might wake up. So they stay awake forever, trapped in the river. Formless. Stop pointing me there. But it doesn't really matter which route we take, does it? Said they gather in the Ghost's Wake. If I let this go past, will it then stop pointing me straight out there every single time? Get ready if you found what I went wrong. Need to find. Could go there next. Alright, now please stop pointing me at it. I don't care. Said you can hear their hopeless cries. Helpless cries, even. Okay, no, it's still pointing me there. I don't know why it won't stop. Alright, so it doesn't really matter which route we take. You just pick one, I guess. Meeny, miny, mo. Do you believe it, mistress? I find it improbable. I didn't tell you to go that way. Did I? Oh, stop pointing me at that stupid place. I don't want to go there. God, it's the other side of the solid map. This is kind of what I mean by when I say that, like, the game's really good, but it has a lot of really stupid niggles to it. Like, there's so much that's just... like, it doesn't feel quite optimized. Nah, optimized isn't quite the right word. Just thought out. Alright. Then let's see where we can go. Ghost Wake has a lot of narrow rivers and winding rivers and thick fog. Sort of place where sailors get lost and come back with crazed stories. That's all. Vicinity of the site from the mural. Alright. Looks like there's more than one. Guess we'll try to find our way around and see what we can get. These places tend to be relatively maze-like. Seeing we have not been down either of these paths. Alright. Really wish we'd stop the sign doing that. I get it, that's where you want me to go next, but here's the clue. I don't. Oh, hello, what's that? That looks promising. A ruin. I would guess it dates from the Empire, Mistress. I will investigate. I found a heavily scratched copper box. Just lying out there? Anyway, we're going to have to work out what's in the box in a moment, because it's just past 5 o'clock, so it's time for another ad break. Ooh, how mysterious. What's in the box? What's in the box? I don't know. We'll find out in a sec. Alright, let's find out what's in the box. Inside to be is to be inscribed, Mistress. Because of course it is. It's always inscribed. This one is the end of a fractured piece of text. Is it now? I don't think it's that one. That isn't the phrase for look. Oh. Disappointing. Something. You know that's you. What the... This last word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. That's true, actually. We haven't seen anything like that. Can our use beam? Are not when who rode? No road you use? Copper box. Know who you are? It's worth a punt, I suppose. Hmm. Pity, whatever it once held is long gone. We can do that at least. What the? No. Alright, so we can go up and around there to that, maybe? Alright, so yeah, just follow the rivers for now. Should make the exact spot we're currently searching for easier to find. What should? I missed out on what the hell was being said then. I was too busy concentrating on... You can actually just come to a dead stop. Huh. Interesting. Right, we definitely want to go left. That'll take us around a long way. Might be something there, maybe. Wait, left again? Or is that out? Oh, that's out. Yeah, we definitely want to stay right. Alright, we got it. I don't think we have. I think we found something a little more important than that. There's something here. Cecil the Nightingale, 6. Let's take a look around. It's got an atmosphere? Blimey, I wasn't expecting that. The site from the mural. The last emperor had drawn a map to this place, but why? Good question. Ooh.
Of all the sites I travelled to with the robot, most of them seemed lost, abandoned. But this one felt like it had been hidden.
Ooh. Mysteries abound, I suppose. How much further? Not far, mistress. The path turns here. Barely walked any distance, you lazy sod. You forget I can walk longer than that. The lanterns are all still burning. What is this place? It's like... Are there people here? There is only one living person on this moon, mistress. You. Trees. Lots of them. Growing from fissures in the rock, mistress. The roots will eventually split the slope below. This whole site will subside. Well, that's company, I guess. Ooh, an etching. More words. There's something etched on this one. There's a few words in this one. So we've got you. That death? No, probably not. Cannot? Ah. I think my translation of cannot has to be a mistake. Shame. So something you. Okay, fair enough. Endless, dead, strong, ill. Will, shall not, does not. Talk, deceive, help, kill. And then you. It could be something shall not deceive you. Something shall not help you. Dead. Dead shall not help you. Deceive you. Maybe talk. Dead shall not talk you? As in the dead will not speak to you? Possible. I have no idea what it means. Did something terrible happen here? A massacre? A plague? Is this place a hospital? I don't know, let's go up and have a look. Bless the goddess. This could have been built yesterday. Oh, another etched carving. Something worked into the stone. Beneath the ivy. Oh, very broken. This is broken off. Something of dead. Can I have a translation for dead to my dictionary? So dead is right. Something of dead. Temple, garden. Garden of dead? Garden of the dead, maybe? I could see that being a thing. It's got a little plant there. And the mountain and the water. This is a garden, a graveyard? It must have been for important people. A gate. I'm assuming it's locked. The main gate. Ancients never had the foresight to leave their doors unlocked. Ow. Oh, hey, there's a statue. Some kind of courtyard. A horned statue. Watching over the dead? I'm guessing it's... yeah, okay. Would have been too obvious. No good. No, mistress. I do not believe there is a keyhole. No keyhole. How did people get in? An interesting question, mistress. Maybe they weren't supposed to. Maybe it was one of those things that, you know, you use it, you lock it up, and then you leave it forever. Oh, that looks dangerous. We can slip around this way, I think. I most certainly cannot. You don't think you can make it? If I were to topple, mistress, it's not as though I could grab onto something to save myself. That's fair. You wait there. Careful now. Don't want to slip. There's always a way in.
The wind died.
It's so still. There you are, mistress. How did you do that? Did you tunnel your way in? There is a hopper eye above the far passageway. I was able to create a line of sight to it and enter via refraction. This is evidently
The
a
smell
large
of flowers flooded the misty air.
Huh. What kind of place has a hopper instead of a door? A palace, mistress. Or a prison. This is no prison. I would have to agree. I wonder who she is. She seems sad. We do not see any inscriptions to tell us. God, that makes a change. She's weeping. And beckoning. I've got it. She's a death goddess. Yeah, I'd pretty much worked that out too. Welcoming people to the afterlife. And this place is a graveyard. I'd pretty much already worked that one out. Did this gate ever open? There are no hinges. Alright, well, time to go exploring, I think. Why is the goddess covering her eyes, mistress? Sadness. 6. Death never stops weeping. It's hard to understand old symbols without their context. And this goddess is very, very old. Just don't tell her that. She's very sensitive about her age. I leant over a flower and inhaled deeply. This place must be under some sort of stasis thing. Musk and rose, a perfume garden. Makes sense in a cemetery. The robots know. Mistress? What do all robots know? Something someone said to me. What do all robots know? Perhaps you were thinking of the ethical core? Yeah, I feel like this place must be protected under some kind of stasis field. Or something like time doesn't pass outside when you're in this place. This whole place is incredible. It's perfect. I would calculate it more than 1,500 years old. But it can't be more than 1,500 years old. Compare this to all the other ruins we've seen, it's impossible to be that old. Robots know ethics, speech, but nothing that only they know. Perhaps robots once knew more than they know now. A door. Locked. You could break it down or blocked with rubble. There might be a key somewhere. That is a ridiculous idea, mistress. Why would anyone lock a door if they intended to leave the key lying around nearby? Perhaps they were absent-minded? Mistress, really? I do not wish to have to report this kind of nonsense to Professor Myrie. This one's definitely stuck. The tree has demolished the corridor beyond. Same fate will eventually overtake this place, mistress. Perhaps we could finish our explorations before that happens? Do you like other Robot 6? I have not spent much time with them. But you have met some. A few. They have always struck me as rather predictable. Interesting. This must have been a stray seed once. Nothing more. Now look at it. It'll bring the whole place down in the end. The tree is a creature like any other, mistress. Slow, but ultimately self-interested. I suppose that's true. Alright, any more things to look at? But I do not have friendships with other robots, if that's what you mean. Would you like some friends? We could set up a play date. Fucking play date, he's a robot. I'm quite content, mistress. This place is so big, I don't know where to go first. We'll find you some robots on Iox. Mistress, it is not like you to fraternize with other humans. We're very similar, perhaps. Mistress, I do not wish to discuss this further. Would you like? I appreciate your understanding, mistress. Thank you. Ooh, what was that? So much water. More water than I've ever seen in my life. I believe this is called a river, mistress. How do you know that? I cannot be sure, mistress. But I believe I may have seen them before. I thought you couldn't remember anything. I cannot. And yet, I know that is a river. Maybe it jogged your memory. This is the bridge we saw from below. Below? Mistress, a warning. I believe that the running water has compromised the stonework of the bridge. Compromised? Feels solid enough to me. This place is hardly collapsing, Six. The constant action of water is highly destructive, mistress. It ruptures stone as surely as it ruptures aging neurons within your own brain. You're pretty proud of your age's brain, aren't you? Pride is unnecessary. I will be enjoying my brain long after yours is dust. Very pragmatic way to put it. So if I try to... Okay, that happened. I'm intact. Why didn't you warn me? That's in close. I'm intact. Which is more can be said for the bridge. What am I going to do now? The gap is not large, mistress. Please come back to where I can reach you. You can find another way around? Perhaps, mistress. We have not explored fully. Oh, I know I'm going to regret this. By all the Waken waters. Probably for the best. We'll find another way around. Mistress. I am most relieved to be within reach of you once more. I wonder what that place across the river was. Maybe there's another way around. Hope so. No, what's that? Something under the ivy. Is it another inscription? Oh no, that's not an inscription. That's the Eagle and Sun. This is an Empire period ruin. Must be about 1,000 years more recent than you thought. You said this place was thousands of years old. It would seem I was wrong, mistress. I was guessing. And of course there's an inscription on it. Well, it helps me to work out words, so I'm not exactly complaining. This one is a broken fragment. Who ain't even longer afraid? Oh, joy of joys. We could say Emperor is yourself? No, that doesn't seem right. goddess? Ooh, that works. I believe you can be confident of your translation for is now, mistress. Can't get far without saying the word is, can you? Emperor is your goddess? Depends on what your definition of is. Yeah, true. Okay, so Emperor is something goddess. Emperor is Emperor's goddess. Emperor is which goddess? Your goddess? In goddess? I mean, your would make the most sense there, but whoosh. Yeah, probably. If you were making a reference to something, I didn't get it, I'm afraid. Emperor is your goddess? I guess. This is an Emperor Garden. I wonder what that really tells us about the Empire. Intact Empire, Site 6. Everything on Iris was rebuilt after the fall. But this place was never destroyed. We must assume it was never found. This place is a graveyard connected to the Empire. Graveyard of emperors, perhaps? During Clinton's impeachment trial, they were asking the question, is oral sex sex? And his rebutted with, that depends on what your definition of is. Well, no wonder I didn't get it. If this moon was built during the Empire, but the statue was carved in ancient times like the one on Mersey, then perhaps the garden was built around the goddess herself. That's why they chose such a lush place for a graveyard. Because of the death goddess. They were going by the gods. Which very much implies that the Empire had something that came before it. So maybe there's some truth behind this whole loop thing. Anything I can connect with? Hey, look, it's our ship. Hey, down there, 6. She's a beautiful ship. I'm lucky I found her. Ooh, some kind of painting. Mostly worn away. Almost all worn away. I can't get anything from it. What do you make of it, 6? There really was a lot of writing here once, mistress. A whole chronicle, perhaps. But I believe some characters can still be seen. That's a lot of characters. This one is a fractured fragment from an even longer phrase. No idea. Really? No idea? Wow. What's this? There's something here. A metal goblet for drinking? Looks like it dates from the Holy Empire. Inside it's heavily stained. Must have belonged to a heavy drinker. And there's something etched in here around the rim, I assume. This one is a phrase run together. a big phrase. Okay, something and will not, maybe? Will not lift. No, not that one. This one. So these aren't the symbols for will not at all. Really? But I'm certain that my translation for lift is correct. And I believe I am correct with your. Alright, well that's 2 correct now. Still not will not. Will not. It's not will not. It's do not. Will. Something and something. Drink and song will lift your heart? Heart like spirit, maybe. We say drink. Because it's on the side of a wine thing. Drink and song will lift your heart? Could be right. That will do for now. I'll look at it again later. I'd say this comes from the same source as the square of foil and the dagger we found before. Hey! New site located. We can get through here. That's enough. Whoa. Ooh, it's a gazebo. Is that a tree sticking out of the roof? It's amazing this place is still standing. Looks like a jungle in there. A very warm and moist environment. Are you waterproof? Narrow gap. Maybe I can squeeze through here. This is, you walk straight past the door? Mistress? I can promise the door would have been locked. By the moons. So many thorns. I ain't going back that way if I can help it. I like how it's heavily implied that she just immediately took the
air
route.
Inside the glass house was damp. It smelt like fruit and warm water.
Maybe not. It's peaceful here. Stuck. Stuck. There might be a way around. Looks like she should open outwards though. Well, go on then. Just hope my shoulder doesn't go straight through. Mistress? I found a way in. So I see. There's so many doors in this place. Thanks for waiting. I see you are still undamaged, mistress. A few cuts and scrapes, but nothing serious. Come on. Nice. Hope he's waterproof. Ooh. This is quite a collection, mistress. These plants must have once been assembled. Someone's prized collection? Assembled over many years, I should imagine. Still flowing. After all this time. Ooh, Resident Evil Nemesis trailer has come out, has it? I would have thought it would have been clogged with moss and dirt. I'll have a look at that in a minute. It's constantly being washed away by the water, mistress. The air is warm. Big tree. It's even bigger close up. Reminds me of the Tree of Knowledge on Iox. Please wait, mistress. Okay. Oh, hang on. Saw something down there. Something among the leaves. What's this? What's this? It's a finely made bell of gold. I think it dates from at least the early Empire? I've seen the markings on this thing before. On the side of my ship, there's an inscription on it. This is the end of a longer line of text. Nope, that ain't right. It must be just song and song. There's nothing else I can put in there, is there? Ah. I'm sure for my translation for song is correct. Okay, that literally contains the word song within it. So that must be songbird. Song of songbird. That makes sense. I think that's right. That's the ancient for nightingale. It's written on the ship's wings. I suspect this comes from a different place than the goblet we found before. In fact, I don't think I've seen anything equivalent to this bell before. I'm sure it's less redundant in the original language. That suggests it must originate from somewhere I don't know about. Ooh. Fancy. Anything else? This tree is the same as the one from Iox, mistress. What? The tree is the same? Genetically speaking. Either the tree on Ilox is a cutting from this tree, or this tree is a cutting from the one on Iox. Oh, they're Let's see, they're kind of like brothers and sisters, but in a way that's sort of more like sibling. I don't know. They're twins. Anything in this area? No, doesn't look like it. Interesting. So it's the same tree as the one on Iox. Definitely a garden. This chamber was some form of arboretum. There are traces of a wide variety of plants here. What happened to them? The inevitable process of settling. Those most suited to this place survived. Those that were fragile here died. Yep, that's kind of what happens. There's another way across the water. Oh, hey, that's the thing from Iox. We've seen this design before. It is remarkably like the sundial on Iox, mistress. I also cannot tell the time by this one. The Iox sundial is a sister to this one. This whole location feels like a sister to the place on Iox. I believe this sundial to be significantly older than the one on Iox, mistress. Furthermore, this one was not made on Iox. Oh look, there's an inscription there, because of course there is. There's inscriptions everywhere. Everything has inscriptions written across it. I'm sure eventually I'm going to find one that just says Kilroy was here. So may something something be something. May my sword be sharp. May my symbol be wise. May my book be wise. I feel like that's my, considering the connections between me and we. So me, we, my makes a certain kind of sense there. May my something be something. Oops, careful now. I'm gonna go with sword be sharp, although place. May my place be warm? Like, you know, may the weather always be sunny kind of thing. May my place be warm. So where was this sundial made? An interesting question, mistress. I will consider the matter. Yay, another new place. So was the Ioxian sundial based on this one? A copy? It is quite possible. Mistress, please. You cannot expect me to cross that. I will topple into the water and sink. I already crossed it. It's safe. Indeed. I know you have lost robots before. 5 of them? I do not intend to increase your score. Come on, 6. Just cross the bridge. I want to get on with exploring this before this whole place collapses on us. Be advised that I will hop on myself to the boat if I so much as teeter. I do not guarantee I will return. I'm glad you made it. I want to try to be nice to him, because I feel like that's just polite. Would have been like 4 all over again if you'd fallen. I did not enjoy that, mistress. I found the risk most uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Never mind, 6. A door? Locked. Or stuck, maybe. Ooh, a waterfall. There's more water here than I've ever seen. Enough water for Elbereth 3 times over. There was only a way to transport water. There isn't? You can't... Oh, never mind. This moon is a mountain. Perhaps there is nowhere for anything to grow. But what's it all for? Out here. It just pours away into space.
Stone markers huddled together, whispering nasty things about me.
Shrines. Like the one behind the hermitage where Renba died. I'm not convinced he's dead yet, but okay. Got my breath back at least. I would have expected something grander for an emperor. A tomb, a mausoleum. These graves are so small. These are not public graves, mistress. There was no one here to impress. That's a fair point. There's so many of these markers. This might have once been inscribed. It's been worn smooth. This one's in better condition. Still legibly carved. Art Mayon? I've not encountered any of these words anywhere else. But I can still make some guesses. Emperor's heart stops. Mind may go on. I can see that. Another emperor? How many are there here? All of them. good moon for a graveyard. You said the weather here was calm. Whoever built this place had their pick of moons, mistress. This one isn't carved at all. But no, there's something inside the niche at the front. A golden sextant. Dating from the earliest empire period. Maybe whoever was buried here was a scientist? An heirloom, perhaps? It has that look to it. Something that was old, even when it was used. And there's an inscription. This is an end of a broken fragment of text. My translation, Emperors, doesn't seem correct anymore. Shame. But I can add my translation for move to my dictionary now. That's good. Move into. Okay. New winds move into line? No. Well, it's at the end of a sentence, isn't it? So it might not necessarily make sense. Move into... Oh, my neck. Oh, I'm getting tired. That's probably because it's just gone 6 o'clock. Alright. Winds, Eternity, 2 stars. So, when... I don't know, I don't feel like that makes much sense at all. When winds move into line. Let's try that. When winds move into line. A device for watching the winds and flow of the rivers? Invaluable. Especially if we didn't have a robot. Most likely this comes from the same site as the map. The one we found floating in space. There are niches in all of the markers. But they're empty. Looted? Or left that way? Well, as much as I'd like to keep exploring, and believe me, I actually would like to keep exploring, I'm going to have to stop it there for now, which is a shame, because I'm really into this game. Although it's got some things in it that I really don't like, the core of translations and exploring and finding new places, that's the kind of shit I love in a video game. So yeah. Sorry, I'm actually feeling very, very tired right now. Because this game takes a lot of thought. Like the translation thing, you have to not just think of the sentence. You have to think of the symbols in their contexts that you know. You have to think of the context of the words around the words you're trying to guess. And it's a lot to take in. There's a lot to process. So my brain is hot right now. So yeah. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye bye.